What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome back to Clintonville Slasher. I am your host, Search Frank Wilkes, and it is Monday. Let's get this party started. I know it sucks going back to work after this weekend, but you know what? Let's start off with a cool movie. This film that I'm going to be talking about is 1996 Scream. It was filmed or directed by the late great Wes Craven. It stars Neve Campbell, Rose McGowan, Skeet Ulrich, David Arquette, Jamie Kennedy, Neve Campbell, Matthew Lillard, a slew of a lot of other characters, great characters as well, and a little rundown, Drew Barrymore as well. And a little rundown of the film is that you have, it starts off, like, just the opening sequence of this movie could be summed up, could be as, if they just kept the opening sequence of this movie, it would have been like the greatest short film ever made. So the very opening to this movie is so iconic that it stands alone, and it really has broken into the fandom and has caused mass hysteria with the fans out there because it's such a great movie. So a little rundown of the film is that you have a girl named Sidney Prescott, who actually is played by Neve Campbell, and Sidney Prescott the year prior had lost her mother. The opening scene is where you have a girl named Drew Barrymore, and her character gets a phone call, and this phone call that she gets is basically a guy taunting her. You know, he pretends to be nice, and then he's like, the conversation slowly turns into something really sadistic and sinister, and he plays a game, and he was like horror movie trivia. But if she loses, her boyfriend Steve is chained up outside, like duct taped to a chair. It's got some of the greatest kills I've ever seen in it. It's got a cameo from Wes Craven in it, and it's also got Henry Winkler in it as well. If you guys have never seen this film, I strongly suggest it. I know that there's mass fans out there. You know, I am one of the biggest Scream fans you'll ever meet. I love Scream, and we're about a little over 30 days until Scream 6 comes out, and I have some predictions about Scream 6. My theory is that when you see the room that is like a shrine room, where would you think that you would get all that stuff? I mean, the only person that you could get those sorts of items would have to be a police officer. Well, if you are a fan of these films, you know that, spoiler alert, that Dewey is gone. The other police officer, Judy, she's gone as well. So it leaves only one other police officer that has ever been introduced in the franchise. That's Detective Kincaid. And I just don't know, what his motive would be, but how else would you get that stuff? You know, how else would you get it? I'm really convinced that the killer in Scream 6 is Detective Derek Kincaid, because there's no other way you could get that stuff unless you were a police officer. So that's just my theory. I don't know, take it or leave it. I really don't know if you guys would agree with that or disagree. Let me know in the comment section. And if you've never seen this film, actually, Scream, the first one from 96, was actually free on YouTube Red. So I'll drop it in a link down here. You can go check that out. Yeah, absolutely amazing movie. Absolutely amazing film. Directed by one of the greatest directors ever walks the planet. Amazing cast. Really is kicked off the slasher craze of the 90s. In my opinion, this is what really started the slasher genre back up. For me, at least, because I was so, used to slasher movies from the 80s, and that kind of slasher films kind of took a deep dig into the ground. But after this movie came back, it just really brought the slashers franchise back. So definitely check them out. So if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you all have an awesome Monday. Stay horror, stay safe, be excellent to each other. And Wednesday, our episode with Johnny Noise on Dead of Night broadcast will be dropping. So I will. I hope you guys are all like and subscribe to that. Johnny Noise is from a band called The Morning Noise, and we took a deep dive into Poltergeist, and we talked about what he was up to and what he's doing, and could let us check out some of his guitars. And so just an awesome episode. We just chatted for about an hour. It was super sweet. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy that episode as well. And until next time, I will see you Wednesday. Stay horror. Later days.